Well, good morning, everybody. It's another frosty, cold, 26-degree morning. A little bit chilly out. Mahina and Asher are up there watching me. Gonna go ahead and throw the new tires back on the ear corn picker and get her pulled to the big shop, get her inside. We're gonna get her lubed up, fix that one row divider. It's a little bit smashed. And hopefully this afternoon we're going to pick a little ear corn. If not this afternoon, we're going to try for Sunday afternoon. But it's supposed to rain Sunday, so we're going to try for this afternoon. Hopefully it warms up a little bit. But from what I've heard is Grandpa always picked when it was cold out. So maybe it'll make it more authentic if it stays cold out. So we're going to be pulling it with our 2940. Neither one of the two cylinders are ready to go yet, but that's okay. We'll have them ready for next season. So let's get them tires unloaded out of the back of the truck, grab the impact out of the shop, and get it jacked back up the height it needs to be, and we'll get those wheels put on. Damn neighbor dogs keep barking, so ruining my videos. So let's see how far we get today. Can't make any promises that we'll be picking today, but if we don't pick today and if it don't rain tomorrow, we'll definitely pick tomorrow. But I'm gonna try for today. I'm excited. I want to get picking some corn, so I'm at least gonna get one wagon load picked this year and see how that sells. As soon as I get some picked, I'm gonna go farther with the advertising because I'll have it on hand. So see how this goes. Well, now we got our new wheels back on, new tires back on, I should say. Same old wheels, new rubber though. We're going to take Deere Jr. and we're going to pick it up so I can hook it back up to the truck because it don't have a jack on the hitch. That's one thing I'm going to add to it. I'm going to put a jack on it. So I'm going to get it picked up, get the truck backed under it, put everything away, and we'll head to the big shop now. Oh man, what a difference in pulling it with new tires on it. Them old ones had bad flat spots in them, and you couldn't even pull it over 10 miles an hour, and it was just beating the hell out of the picker. But now we're running 25 miles an hour, and it's pretty much uneventful back there other than the rod for the conveyor flopping a little bit, but it's a smooth ride for the picker. So we're gonna get to the shop, get her inside where it's warm, and start checking it over. We made it to the big shop, got her backed in, truck and all. I'll let my truck thaw out some. So Wilson's here to help me. He showed up this morning, so he's ready to get started. Oh, let me guess, you want a can of food before we begin. So we're gonna start lubing some chains up, getting some grease fittings greased. It looks to be about 300 of them on here to grease, so gotta find them all. According to the book, there's quite a few, so I'm gonna get the book out and look at the chart and find them all and get them greased up, because probably very crucial to grease them because it's been sitting for so long, and to find them all. I mean, if you miss a couple, you know, during daily operations, oh well, you know, because they've had fresh grease in them the day before, so no big deal. So but we'll find the crucial stuff, definitely get it lubed up, get it greased up. I gotta look in the book and see if they require any grease on these gears. I do have some good stuff I use in my drag line that I can put on them, or sometimes they just want these to be dry to keep dirt and stuff off of them. So we'll get the book out here and look and see what we got to do, and feed that darn cat to quit meowing. So I got a little far behind in the video. I got the 2940 in the shop right now, thawing out. Got the ear corn picker all lubed up, and run over to my cousin's farm and grab some tote tanks. We're gonna use a couple of these, put our used oil in, and I'm going to take Sawzall and cut the tops out of a couple of these and use them to store. I'm going to store some shell corn in one and some soybeans in the other for the bird crack for the bird feed. So and then I'm just going to keep a couple for spares. I might actually put a little ear corn in one or two of them. We'll see what happens. So these things are handy to have around, and you can pop the tank out, put this on the forks of the Bobcat, and you got you a nice man basket also. That's another good purpose for them. So these all had just fertilizer in them, nothing that's bad for humans or animals. They're clean. They rinse them out real good. I'm going to cut the tops out and I'm going to rinse them out again just to be safe, and for the ones that I'm going to be using for my bird feed storage. So but none of these had herbicides or pesticides in any of them, so they're all clean tanks, and that's what I wanted. Perfect. So I'm going to get these unloaded. I got to air the tire up in the 2940, check the fluids, turn it around in the shop. We're going to hook it up to the ear corn picker. We're going to run the ear corn picker, oil the chains, and make sure that it's in running condition. Then we're going to load it up on the trailer, and we're going to haul it to the field, and I'm going to pull the ear corn picker and the wagon behind my pickup. Since it's kind of cold out and we're going to go quite a ways, figured it'd just be easier to haul the tractor. So I'm going to get started here. Okay, so we got the 2940 backed up to the ear corn picker and hooked up. The last thing this tractor was on our batwing mower, and that's got 1,000 RPM PTO on it, and the ear corn picker's 540, so that's no problem. I'll show you how to change that. So all we gotta do is take the snap ring out, which I've already removed the snap ring out of both shafts. Pull this one out of here. Pull this one out of here. Switch them out. Work it back in there. Oh, I got a little grass on it. Put this one back in this hole. And then find the flat spot on the shaft. And reinstall your snap rings. Just need a pair of pliers. Then pull on it to make sure that it's secured in there and it's not going to fall out. And make sure you put your snap ring back in your extra shaft here. And there we go. Got our 540 shaft installed. Okay, so now we're going to hook the PTO shaft up. Let me walk around the tractor real quick. So, the button's a little froze up for the PTO here. So what we're going to do is I got a can of Old Rusty's. Best penetrating oil money can buy, I think. And it's cheap. Whoa. Almost shot the camera. So we're going to get this freed up here. Oh yeah, look at there. Freed right up. Nice. So hopefully now we'll slide on the shaft fairly easy. Wilson, get over here and help me. Yeah, come here. Need your help. Need a paw. Oh, look at there. Oh, she's a little stiff. We'll tap it on the hammer, perhaps. Get a something so I can get a hit on that without hitting that shield. This might work. too long a pry bar here. There we have it. So by the time we run it, it'll flop around a little bit, work the rust out of it. Okay, now we can run it, see how it runs. So, Dad's like, I gotta run up to the house and get something. Takes off the two-wheel handcart and he said, your mom bought me something for our anniversary. I'm like, oh really, what'd you buy you? He's like, you'll like it. Look at there. An Evolution 15-inch metal cutting chop saw with cast aluminum base. That's got the carbide saw blade in it. I cannot wait to try this. Always wanted one of these, and now we have one. Now I'm jealous. I want one for my home shop. So we're going to get to do an unboxing video on this and try it out. So it's going to be sweet. These are supposed to really cut really good, and the steel's not hot after you cut it, so I can't wait to try it out. Okay, let's get this running and see what we got. Well, we tried to run it. Dad got on a tractor and I wanted to watch stuff. Engaged the PTO and the one slip clutch slips. The chain in here is not running. So we think the bearings or bushings or whatever down here at the bottom that this runs around, we think that they're froze up. So we're going to do some investigation on it and see what we can figure out, and maybe try to turn the shaft a little bit with a pipe wrench, see if we can break them loose. Maybe a pipe wrench will turn them before that slip clutch will. So looks to be just some bushings down there that's the issue. So maybe if we can get them warmed up a little, get some grease in them, maybe they'll run. So we'll see what happens. So we think we found the problem. These bushings are seized up from sitting for so long. So I'm just going to put a little heat to them, get them warmed up, and see if we can get this turning. I thought that might be an issue because I couldn't get them to take grease earlier this morning when I was greasing it. So hopefully this solves the problem. We'll see what happens. I'm probably going to get yelled at in the comments for this, but I want to get picking some ear corn today, so this isn't going to hurt anything, I don't think. So, see what happens. So after getting that elevator chain freed up, heat nose worked, vibrated on them a little bit with the air hammer, got them going. The next thing that was stuck was the conveyor, because the conveyor was packed full of bird's nest and straw and all kinds of stuff. So I got that all cleaned out, and now we're working on getting a new belt for the fan here. The old belt didn't survive just running it here in the shop. It flew off. So Dad's over in the other building seeing if we have the right size belt. If we don't, we'll have to run to Napa and get it. But we'll run it again, because the first video of it running, it still sounded pretty rough because of the sprocket up there at the end was dry. So I got that lubed up, and now she runs pretty quiet. So as soon as we get that belt on, we'll be able to go to the field. Now we got it running more like a sewing machine. Sounds real good now. Got rid of a lot of them other noises. That ear conveyor was pretty noisy at the top, so we oiled the sprocket up there. I think everything's good to go. So now we got to figure out what wagon we're going to pull with it. I'm going to have a pretty short wagon, I think. So I'm going to go out back and see which wagon would be best to use with it, and we'll go make our adventure to the field. I think I'm just going to drive the tractor down. I think it'd be more fun. So I think I'm going to drive the tractor, pull the wagon behind it, and get down there and pick some corn. Well, we had to go on a quick trip in a pickup to my cousin Matt's to look at some wagons, because the wagons I got out here are too tall for the elevator on the ear corn picker to reach. So ran in the house, got my Carhartt bibs, and I'm gonna go grab an air tank. I'm gonna run the tractor and picker over to Matt's, grab the wagon, and then head to the field. He's got a nice little short wagon, so it'll work perfect. I'm gonna have to find me some shorter wagons, because the only ones I have here are about 300 bushel gravity boxes, and they're just too tall. It's only like 8 foot to the bottom of the conveyor, and that's just too close for comfort on them wagons, even with taking the sides off on the top. So I'm gonna have to find me some small wagons or a flare box or something to pick into, which is no big deal. So at least I can pick today. At least I got a wagon I can go borrow. So I'm gonna grab a smaller hitch pin in the air tank and head on over there and get the wagon. Well, here we go. It's kind of cold out, but oh well. Makes it more fun. Well, we got our wagon, and now we're ready to go. Excited, really excited. So, corn's a little tough today. Might actually be just a hair too wet for... Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, there it goes. Must have an ear caught. But anyways, conditions aren't really perfect. The corn's a little tough. And actually, the grain itself is fairly dry on the cobs. So, being the stalk's a little tough, it's pulling them down, and the butts of the ear shelling because of the tough stalk and the dry grain. So, it's kind of making it shell a little more than what I wanted. But we can sort through and get some good ears out of this for the squirrels. So, next year when I do this, I'll have to start a little earlier when everything's a little wetter, when the grain's a little wetter on the cob, so that it'll actually stay on better. So, but this will work for this year. It's our first time picking ear corn. Well, it's not my dad's first time. Years ago, my grandpa used to pick a bunch of it for the cattle and his hogs, but he passed away before I was born, and he quit doing ear corn a couple of years before he passed away, so there was no way I'd ever got to experience it. So by doing this, I'm gonna get to experience it again. So it's cold, it's wet, it's spitting a little rain, but I'm enjoying this. Dad's enjoying it too. Sausage and Alex and Clara here enjoying it also. It's kind of a family outing. Unfortunately, my mom don't feel good today, so she couldn't be with us. Jess is at work. So, but we're having fun. The Dad said the memories are great. So, and if young guys like me don't do this stuff, the next generation aren't going to get to see it. So it's starting to be a thing of the past, unfortunately. So some of us need to keep this alive and keep doing it. I'm thinking about maybe having a plow day and a corn picker day maybe next year or something. I got enough friends with old tractors and stuff that I think we could have something. So I'm going to run it past a couple of them and see if they would like to do something like that. There, we're getting some good ears. I'm gonna have to start earlier next year. And I'm sure if there's any corn picker guys on here, you can give me some pointers. So we're gonna go do another row. I think it's only gonna take about 6 rows to fill this wagon. And I told Dad that. He didn't think I was right. I left plenty. So, but the gleaner's still here, so we'll finish picking this off after we've gotten this wagon full. So it's kind of like the 80s out here. Got 2940 and the gleaner's out here. I think Dad's having so much fun he ain't gonna let me pick any. I picked a couple rows, so maybe he'll let me have it back here soon. Yep, he's gonna let me. No, he's not. He's gonna keep going. I'll fight him for it at the next end. built us a little Scion toaster oven. Oh, shit.
What's his name? What's his name?
What's my name? Okay, I gotta get back to picking for it.
Say bye, Goober.
Bye.
Bye. Plenty in my wagon by the time I get to the end. The rest of it will just shell for shell corn. So, got quite a few nice ears. I'm pretty happy with it. Well, that's going to be it. I got plenty in the wagon, and I had a bushing or something lock up. I've been fighting it a couple times. It's in the chain that drags the shell corn around. For some reason it gets seized up for some reason. So something we're going to have to investigate before the next time we use it. But as of right now, I got plenty of critter corn in the wagon. So we're going to take it down, put it all in the shed at my grandpa's place because it's starting to rain pretty good and I don't want the corn to get wet. So anyways, if you like this episode of Dirt Grain Steel, give me a like and a subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. So let's find a gear and get out of here. Wouldn't be bad if it wasn't raining. Well, see you all next time. Thanks for watching.